Parent Forum Meet. It is our pleasure to have with us today Mrs. Beena Krishnamurthy and Mrs. Hema Natraj, promoters of Nitya Sadhana, a occasional training center for special needs and differently abled young adults in the field of electronics and data processing. Nitya Sadhana also enables young adults towards developing life skills and leading an independent life. The center got recognized by the government as one of the best in imparting vocational skills to the differently abled. Mrs. Beena and Mrs. Hema, along with the team, have been instrumental in placements of trained young adults in several organizations. Thank you for joining us today. Over to you, Mrs. Hema.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mrs. Hema Natraj. I'm a mother of a 34-year-old woman. My daughter's name is Nitya. She's a young, beautiful woman that I have. I'm very proud of her and her achievements. So I want to speak more about my journey as a parent. And Beena will be talking more about Nitya Sadhana, what we do and how Nitya Sadhana was started. So my daughter, she's now 34 years, as I said. She was born as a very normal child. She didn't have any difficulty and all her milestones were okay up till 2.5 years. So when she was around 2.5 years old, she developed epilepsy. So I really don't know the reason for that, but then she started develop. Actually, I had gone outside to Bombay. So in the train, I first saw her attack. So it was very new to me. I was just 24 years of age. I got married when I was only 22. So everything was very sudden shock for us because I had never seen an epileptic attack, to be very frank, because I didn't know anything. So there in the train itself she had, and both me and my husband had just gone on for a holiday. So then we had to rush back. We went to his uncle's house and I just showed a doctor there. But I decided I'll return back to that.
Relevant and widespread adoption.
Can you all hear me?
Yes, sorry, ma'am. Somebody else went off mute. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. So that was the first attack that I saw, and I returned back, and then we went to Nimans, where they said that she is epileptic with mild MR. So that was the first shock that I really got. Then both me and my husband said, okay, we have to start working. Of course, because in our family, we didn't have any special child. Nor now 34 years back, it's not as it's now that parents are more aware and the technology was very vast or something. So we were not, everything was very new to us as young parents. I was 23 and he was 26. So it was very difficult journey. But of course, we said that, okay, since we have this one, we'll just start working. So in Nimans, they gave the usual medicines, all the different types like Gardinal, Tecretol, everything was given. And I put her to a normal school only, very close by to our house. I stay in Vijaynagar, so I put somewhere in Rajajinagar. So, but then I would see that she was not okay in the class at all. When the teacher was teaching, she would just be sitting somewhere. She would not see the book. When she would not follow any instructions that the teacher was giving. So the teacher just put her at the last bench, and I would just send her with a nice uniform with shoes and all. But every day when I would go to pick her up, I would see that she would be crying, and many children were teasing her actually because she was in LKG or UKG. So, but the other children were very smart. They were moving around, talking, and she didn't have any friends. She would be at the corner of a bench doing something. So it would really hurt me every day when I bring her back because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know that there was a special school or what we have to do and all that. It just went on for some 7 to 8 months, but I was seeing somewhere that there is a problem with my child and I have to work. So that was when I still can't forget the principal of that school called me one day and she said, see, I don't think your daughter can fit in this school. So I said, what do I do now? So she said, you have to put her in a special school. And since you are giving her medicine and she's getting attacks in the class and all, it's becoming very difficult for the teacher to take care of her. So that was when the principal sent me to Malleshwaram Dyslexic Association 34 years back. So So I went there, then I got her assessed, and then they said that she's epileptic with MR. So I said, okay, fine. And then I really did not go. And I did this dyslexic course somewhere that was in Banaswadi. That was a new course. Through some of my friends, I came to know that that was a course where you can teach differently able children in a very different way. So I went and I said, okay, let me learn this. That was when I met Mrs. Sita Krishnamurthy, the principal of Deepika right now. So I did the training with her. They sent me for an internship in that school. When I did that internship, I came to know a little bit. I didn't know much, but little on how to take care of her and how to teach her and all that. So I made a lot of notes, and Sita ma'am was kind enough. She gave me a place in somewhere close to our house. She had a house. So she said, you can start a center there along with Nitya. That was when my journey as a special educator started. So then I started teaching the other children. I did this KPMRC course. So that's where I met Beena also. She came to our center, and that's how we both became friends. And I started teaching Nitya along with the other children. So it was not easy. We have to definitely I had to teach her all from the beginning, from ABCD to reading, writing, comprehension, all the passages. Every day that was my work, to make her write small notes, to read, to write, to do a little bit of math. Whatever I had learned in the LD course and the special education course on how to treat her, along I always felt that it would be better for me to teach her along with the other children, because then I would understand what is the pace of her and how I can teach her and all that. So in a group, she would teach very well. And in the school, there in Deepika school, I made it a point, I will not be a parent teacher there. So one of my two colleagues taught her. In the house, I would come and teach, because I would feel in the house I should be a parent and not be everywhere I can't be her teacher. So I would collect from her, the teacher, what are the notes that they taught, what are the things I need to do, ask the expert advice on whether I'm on the right track, find out from many people if I'm doing the correct justice for Nitya, whether I'm teaching her right. All these things I started learning on my own, because I wanted to help her as well as other children. So that was what happened, and I made her write her NIOS 10th exam, of course with a scribe. She had a scribe. She could do English and all that very well, but other subjects it was very difficult for her, like science, social, home science, and all. So all that I tried to do, and somehow she passed her 10th standard. In the meanwhile, during that time, I had an opportunity to go to the US. So she was around, I think, 19 or 20 years. So I had applied for an interview in US to just find out how more I can help Nitya. That was my main concern. And I was selected, and I went to the US in South Carolina. So that was 3 years that I had taken up a contract. So that time, my husband, I told him that all the years of schooling I have done, now the rest you have to take care. Now she's a little big. She's around 20 years, 18 or 19 she was. So I just left to the US that time. So my husband has this company called Texa Power Solutions. He said, okay, I will try to train her in whatever skill that we know. She knew a little bit of reading, writing. She had a good sitting tolerance. Then her eye-hand coordination was good. So what are the things required for occasional? We try to write all the strengths that she had. So what we did was we made a plan, and he said, okay, since I was there, he said, I will try her in different departments. And he tried her in first the computer. She was not very good during that time. So we had this PCB department. So he put her there, and in the department, she was very good in recognizing colors, and her eye-hand coordination was good. Sitting tolerance was good. So in that department, she really worked very hard. And we had very good people in our factory to train her. Although they were not skilled in whatever the special education, out of concern and out of affection, they treated her very well. So I would also call up from the US and find out how she was doing. I would have video calls. Then I would see what work she's doing and all those things. So my husband said, by 3 years, my husband had already told, there's no point of you staying there. your daughter is very well versed now in whatever work she's doing. She was also doing OT then. Overtime would be given to her. So she would participate and she would do more work in the factory. She would enjoy going to factory every time. So when I came for vacations, like all the 3 years I visited, so I would go to the factory, learn how she was doing. I was very happy to see that she had progressed so well in my absence, because I was thinking she's going to deteriorate, and we think so many things, but sometimes it all happens for a good cause only. So my husband really took very good care, along with his colleagues and all the well-wishers, and she did well. So from then, from 19, I think this has been her 12 years that she's in Texas. So she's really doing very well now. Of course, the journey is not very easy. We have to work. Still, I'm working on different areas about her behavior, how to make her more independent. She's going for work and coming. But the rest that afterwards, what is my next question now? So she works almost 6 to 7 hours every day. She doesn't miss a single day of her work. And every day I can see her boss is telling me that she's improving in different areas. She wants to learn more. Her communication skill has improved a lot. She has lots of friends in the office. And that's what these are the things that from the time she was born till now, she's 34 years. Now my next journey is to make her more independent. So during that time, when I came back from United States, I was feeling what to do with, because I was feeling a little bored after I came from there. I didn't like any setups to work again in a different organization. That was when I met my really very good friend Beena. So I told her, actually before this, me and Beena had set up different resource rooms in schools. When I was working in Deepika, she had come, she had also done this KPMRC. So when she came, we both became very good friends, and then we decided we'll help more children. So we set up resource rooms in Cambridge School, different schools and all we have set up. And then she made a very good program on how to help other children. That was when, in 2009, when I returned, I told Beena that we have to do something. So I had just planned to do something. So when I asked my husband, he said, now since we have a factory, why don't you help other children to do the same work? Because Nitya IQ is around maybe 45, 50, I'm not sure. But even we have higher IQ children, we can help them more. So he said, so that was when I met Beena, and she was very kind enough, and we both started. We both went to the factory, learned all the work, and in 2010 we started Nitya Sadhana. We started with 3 children. Right now we have, I think, around 50 children, and we have trained we have placed around 70 to 75 in the mainstream. So from Nitya, this journey of Nitya Sadhana is still progressing. And I'm happy that along with my daughter, I'm able to reach more parents, because I know as a parent how difficult it is to have a special child. It's very difficult. It's not easy. The journey is not at all easy. Every day is a different day. But then I feel, I don't know if many parents are here, my advice is don't give up. Please don't give up at all. Every day is a challenge. Be positive. There are some days where you feel sad, but again, get up, work, and make your life also happy and others also. Spread that because they are so loving children, our children, that with them, actually, I have got the energy now. Along with my daughter and other children, they're all, I consider them as my own children. So with them, I have gained a lot of knowledge, patience, love, and it's so beautiful to be with them. So this is my journey as a mother. I think this is what I wanted to tell. Anything more, I will add on.
Thank you, Hema ma'am. That was very inspiring, and we definitely want to hear more about Nitya Sadhana. But Veena ma'am, over to you. Yeah, do share more information, and we are eagerly waiting to know about the center. You're on mute, ma'am.
Sure. Yeah. So, like all of you just heard Hema, both of them, she and Natraj, are a major inspiration to so many parents as to even in a case of small, I don't know what, small or big or whatever, if there is any kind of hiccup in the family, how to look at everything in the positive way and go ahead with all the attempts that can be done and which way to go in the positive manner. So Nitya has absolutely been our inspiration. Okay, so Hema's statement was, if she can work, I'm sure many more people can work, and we should be the ones helping them, and we should be the ones looking at this whole field with a difference. Okay, so I will just start sharing the screen. I have a few slides about Nitya Sadhana.
Yes, ma'am. We can see the screen.
Yeah. So while we were discussing, talking about what we should do, how we should help the young adults, we did a lot of survey. Both of us have roamed around, I think, every corner of Bangalore, looking at what is happening, where the work is happening, and so on. So few things, how we are going to be different. That is what we have decided. Okay, that mainly we are not going to be working on a product. Okay, we have seen that there are beautiful products being made by plenty of children, and selling it is back on the owners of the organization or the parents or whoever. And every time to find new people, right, is difficult to buy the same product. So we decided we're not going to have a product, and also we are not going to go the sympathy way, saying that poor things, these children have made it, or these children are doing it. So do something, help us, things like that, or ask for a donation. Even our financial model, with the help of Mr. Natraj and a few others, we said we are not going to have a donate now, click here on our website, kind of thing. And we will try and work on a different model where we charge a fee for the training. And we also will work with other organizations in a way where we can at least, make both ends meet. So we don't want to be the typical NGO who's going to go out for donations. And as soon as we start taking trainees, we are going to have an exit plan where, like, how many years do you think this person is going to need to be trained and to leave the organization? It can't be that once they enter, finish, they are doing something and they continue to do for the next so many years. We went to places where people have been there for 20 years, 25 years, and so many things. So that kind of thing we didn't want. So major areas where we wanted to be different, where first we wanted to place them, and we are not going to make a product. The main people who are going to be trained and placed are the trainees themselves. Okay. So looking at the big picture, we said that for any youngster, the growing plan should be, okay, once they finish their 10th, they have a choice. Do they want commerce or science or whatever, or any other trade in which they want to get trained? And they will choose a particular skill based on what they have, liked or appreciated, parents are observing. And a specific area is chosen. So why not be the same way for our special children also? There should not be a loose end for them. Once they try as much as possible in their academic, then they should be able to go ahead, and the parents should be able to tell us what are their strengths, which are the areas in which, what type of learners are there. Do they learn by looking at something else? Do they learn by listening to instructions? Okay, do they learn by actually doing things? Okay, so the parents have to keep observing where are their abilities more than, most of the times when somebody comes for an admission, we've seen, madam, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do this, she can't do this, she doesn't listen to this, she doesn't behave like so. both Hema and I would always say, okay, please tell us what are all the things he can do or he can do very nicely. So make an observation of all the wonderful things that they are definitely capable of doing. And then we say, okay, we should be able to train them in these areas. They will also learn, but may not be automatically by looking at somebody, or it's not automatic with observation or something. Everything needs to be explicitly trained. So we had a detailed curriculum of how to teach simple things. Okay, and what they might have missed in their first 15 years or 16 years, our admission is only after they have reached 17. Okay, so we will not be taking anybody who's younger. And we also said we are going to look at different forms depending on the requirement of the parents, depending on the possibilities that are there within their family and so on, depending on the capabilities of the child, whether they want to send the person for open employment in any company or something like that, or would they prefer that they continue in some kind of sheltered workshop like where we have, or do they want to start something on their own and include the child in that, be self-employed and so on. So these are all the options we look at, where what next already we plan from day one and try different options for the child. So the areas in which we train Nitya Sadhana, first of course, electronic sub-assembly. This is because we are one of the certified vendors for Texas, the company where Mr. Nataraj is one of the directors. Okay, so we have worked in such a way that all the people from quality have come to our training centers and looked at the way the trainees work. And it is not that the staff is finishing up or doing the quality or something like that. Starting from picking up the material that comes from the factory, taking stock and till quality check and sending it back, dispatch, everything the trainees are doing. Okay, so they can be trained. Absolutely, they can be trained. They can be taught to be independent, to be focused, and take care of all these things like quality and things like that. So I've, instead of putting pictures of that, I brought a few things. So this is a PCB, if all of you can see it. Yes, so it has all these components. So these are the things that go inside all our electronic equipment. So in Texas, these things go inside the UPS. Okay, so they have so many different types of components, at least 20 of them, and our trainees are able to fix them on these and solder them. So it's the process of soldering that is being taught to them. So these are the lights that we see when the UPS goes on and off and it is charging and so on. So those are the LED lights that you can see on the board. Similarly, we think that, they are so particular, they are so rigid, they are so fussy about so many things. Okay, but we make use of those kind of qualities that they have and make sure that they are able to do something which needs precision and which needs absolute perfect quality. If you can see this, this is a transformer which has 3 colors, and they have to be next to each other. It has to start with red, then yellow, then blue, and the number of counts are a particular way. And all of them have to end in this manner, and they have to be, the insulation has to be removed. So this also perfectly, they'll be looking at each other, they'll be talking to each other, but at the end of it, if you count it, the number of turns will be perfect, and the number of, the way the colors are placed also will be perfect. So while we are training, sometimes we think, oh my God, this person doesn't know color, or this person may not know how to count. Okay, instead of sticking to that same thing, we give them the work. And once they realize that they're responsible for this UPS to work, or they have to be part of the team where this has to happen. So this is another thing. It is a wire which needs to be stripped in the end and this connector fixed. Okay, and it has to be in a particular order. There are 8 colors. Okay, so if you ask the trainee what color comes what after what, he may not be able to name it at all. But once he looks at it, he is perfect. He will put it in this order itself, right? So he may not be able to name it. Sometimes if you show this, he will say, this is apple, this is banana. He doesn't have to remember that it is red and it is yellow and things like that, the way we learn it. So they have a unique way of remembering, unique way of working. And that is what we have found every day absolutely fantastic. Now, some of them may not be able to do these absolutely fine things. They have a few issues. If they can't do such skilled fine motor things, we also have where we train them to be office assistants. They learn all the things that are required to be in the front office. And they are also assistant special educators. They go to schools and they are in different classes and they assist the main teacher. And now we have a project where they are learning to do data entry. They are converting from PDF to Word and they are doing the proofreading and they're doing an excellent job about it. And also we have the only products that we make is the paperback section where we make covers with newspapers and also we make gift envelopes. Okay, so these are the people who would prefer to remain with us and create a product. And there also we started with a person who is willing to buy as many as we make. We don't have to go and market it as such. So these are the areas in which we train. And all the first three, they go to the companies wherever we give them the internship model. So they go there, practice whatever they have learned, they have practical kind of experience, and then they come back to us, whatever areas of difficulty they have, they are helped again in our center. So we try to make them even able to move by themselves. They go by bus. You know, when the parents come in, they're usually asking, do you have a bus? Do you help with lunch? Okay, do you help with other things and so on? But most of the times, Hema and I will answer, no, they have to be as independent as possible. That's our main aim. And when we talk about placement and things like that, of course, most of the parents are concerned about how the others will look at them, how the others treat them. So in that case, we do have self-advocacy. We talk to the trainees themselves of how they want to handle situations if it arises. If somebody teases them in the bus, in the workplace, or if somebody calls them names, if they are, you know, there is some difference in the way they are treated. So they come up with the solutions themselves. Okay, one of the boys said if there was CCTV, then the boss could have seen what is happening. So we suggested that to the company where he's working. So others suggested, you know, the trainees themselves have fantastic options. We said you have to be able to go, those who want to be officers, and go to the post office, go to courier, things like that, go to the bank. So all those things, how will you find your way? One of the boys said, I'll use Google Maps. I know that there is a walk option. So I will follow that and I will go. So they absolutely come up with fantastic solutions themselves. So related to these things, we have other projects, okay, where we go to different schools where the trainees are in the age group of say 14 to 17, and we have created a lot of teaching learning material as to how they can be prepared to come in for a vocational training. So we have been to various schools in Bangalore and taken pre-vocational training skills where we teach them if we are already able to judge that whether they will be able to do electronics or whether they are ready for any other type of vocational skill training. We do have a sibling support group because we think that for the entire family to be involved and so on, the siblings also need to be a part of this trainee's life and understand what is happening. And the parents also are very appreciative. We do not have a parent support group. We have more of a sibling support group. And they are free to exchange their views and opinions and whatever they think of. So we have had a meeting where we are also involved once in a while. So there, as you all know, there are some families where the siblings are totally separate. they don't know what's happening in each other's life. To the other extreme also, where the sibling is 100% involved in looking after the special person in the family. And Hema was the one who was very keen that they should be able to start living on their own. So we started this uh, project, which is called Club, where we have a home where we train them for about 3 to 4 months, where they live by themselves. And there is a warden and there will also be a cook. So about 4 or 5 of them stay together. And they would come to the training center in the morning and go back there from Monday to Friday. And weekends they would go back home. So they learn how to manage to live by themselves by deciding the menu, deciding what to take in the box to come to the training center, what to do in the evenings amongst themselves. And they learn a lot of things that I don't think the parents would have given them an opportunity in the kitchen, ironing clothes, cleaning the place by themselves, taking care of their own clothes, all that. They became extremely independent. So it's a great project. And right now, those who are, Texer has a unit in Mysore also, where many of our trainees have gone and they're working. And we are in the process of starting a Nitya Sadhana living accommodation there, where the trainees can go and stay there and also go to work. And in this whole process, we realized that we require more teachers who are willing to think like us and make sure that more and more people, special people, are included in the mainstream of society. So we started a job coach training program, which trains people who are interested to become teachers. So KPMRC did the course when the parents then realized that, they started this course for training parents to look after youngsters and start what is LD, what is autism, and what is MR, or what is called IDD now. So similarly, there are enough number of young adults who need to be trained to get into the mainstream of society. So we have not found a course which trains people to become job coaches, who will look after their needs in the company as well as liaison with the parent and the trainee, and to make sure that they retain their jobs and have a absolutely satisfying situation in the society. So that is the next project that we are also doing. So we have big dreams at Nitya Sadhana, where we will have a training college, where more and more of these job coaches are there who will be passionate to provide the services for all the special persons. And we want to also start something like a supported employment services, where anybody who is around the age 17, 18, 19 can have career counseling. If most of you must have seen that NSDC under their SCPWD, that organization has so many skill sectors that can be utilized for special children also. If you go to SCPWD, you will see that their syllabus is more for the physically challenged, the hearing impaired, the visually impaired. If you look at IDD, there may be about 5 or 6 options, that's all. But we can create curriculum for most of the sectors. Okay, why not in the farming? Why not in the aeronautics? In every sector, our children can fit in once the curriculum is there and the training is there. So during this supported employment services, we can suggest which is the type of training that the child will be successful in. Along with that also, what are the soft skills required? What is factory culture? What is the behavior expected? Being on time, discipline, the way they dress. Okay, there are so many things which are automatically given to most of the people whenever they go for any job recruitment and things like that. Similar things should be available for all the special trainees also. and placement support with help of job coaches and enough living facilities where at some point of time they can move in and stay on their own. Okay, so these are all big dreams. We are working on it. Last 10 years, we have achieved quite a bit. We think that placing 75 of them either, in the fields that we are in the form of internship or the job itself, or the parents being so confident that they have started some kind of production unit themselves, including the special person. I think all these dreams also we will realize soon. So it should be in such a way that companies should come forward and we should be able to arrange a campus interview and say, okay, I want this person, I want that person. I know that the way you train, they can do well in this area, that area, and so on. So we should be able to create a lot of awareness in the companies. And whenever we attend any government program, Hema and I have sat for grants and for this possibility, the UDID, how to get that. Every time we have visited so many government organizations, they say, there are so many schemes, there are so many grants. Why don't you take it, ma'am? Karnataka Skill Development Corporation. There are so many organizations working for, but when we come out, we are like, okay, I think we need more parents to volunteer. I think we need more people to get a forum where we can say, okay, we need this facility, we need this scheme to work for us, we need this grant to work for us. So in all these areas, we definitely require more and more people to volunteer and to give their time, understand more. Okay. And of course, most of the people have this, that can we get our kids married? Many, or at least 8 to 9 of the trainees, girls who have worked with us, are married. And the boys are regular boys who are having jobs, and amazing boys who are doing a great job with the family, looking after these girls and, being a part or integral part of the family. So the things that we should not think about is, when I send my kid out in the bus, will he get teased? Will she get, called names or things like that? How will she handle herself? Those things we are trying through self-advocacy. All situations which have been faced, we discuss with the other children. How would you face this? How would you do this? Things like that. So, and I don't think we should also worry that our special children will get exploited. They will be asked to work more for less money, things like that. We should think that yes, there are enough people who are good, who are willing to give jobs. Our experience has been that many parents fear that they will be bullied, they will be exploited, and things like that. And some of them who are very sure that they are being exploited have removed them from the whole system and they are sitting at home. We cannot, force them that no, he has to be part of the system or things like that. So it depends on the attitude of the parents also a lot. Okay. So we are trying our best to be as inclusive and give them as much independence and as much responsibility as possible. We keep on looking at various options. If not this, what next, what next? So as part of our Vista program that I was talking about, we have even listed different domains where they can be trained, and that has come out in the form of a book, which we say be a job coach for adults with intellectual disabilities. We are at Vijayanagar, that's our website that I'm giving you. And this book that was a result of our, wanting to make the children as independent as possible. We need more people who will be job coaches. So this book is available on Amazon and Flipkart. And we're very sure that in 10 years, if we are able to place 75, next 10 years, we should be able to double it more and more and more, in the next 10 years, 150 people should get employed and sustain the employment and also live independently, get married, have a companion, all the dreams. Yeah. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And all the best for all your coming endeavors. And we'll open it now to question answer sessions.
Yeah, I will stop sharing.
Yeah. Yeah, few questions have come. Like, is there any facility for online training? Like many are in other cities also.
Okay. Though we thought about it during the pandemic and everything, but most of our work, especially electronics, is hands-on. They need a lot of practical training and more so one-to-one and so on. So we haven't come up with any online training, maybe for the job coaches soon. That may be, but not for the special children yet.
Okay. So, and what is the minimum age of enrolling in your center, and any minimum
Age is 17. Okay, and during the pre-work sessions that we have gone, we have always observed that, it's not the 5th or 10th or whatever. It has to be more being able to sit in one place, okay, and follow instructions, things like that. Okay, it's not just that we are going to look at the behavior of the child or whatever. Minimum reading and writing. It's not that they have to have a 10 standard pass or any such thing. And being able to follow instructions.
Is there like anything like only verbal children who can be admitted, or non-verbal one also can take admission?
Hema can take a few. Yeah.
I couldn't hear it, Arpita. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it mandatory that the children who come to your center have to be verbal, or non-verbal also can be
There are
part of it?
verbal. There are few non-verbal children, but at least they must be able to understand whatever we say. Although they're non-verbal, they're able to follow instructions. Like there's a trainee who does a very good soldering. He can't speak, but he travels by bus. He comes on his own. He does all the work. So need not be fully verbal, but at least to follow instructions and understand what we are saying, and whatever training we are giving to understand, like follow instructions.
Okay. Mainly you have to be independent. I mean, traveling and other things, right?
Yeah, some people
Yeah.
can't, they come by auto. Not
Okay.
everyone comes by bus. Most of them we prefer and we tell them it's better to come by bus, because once we place them in a different industry, then they must be able to go on their own, right? So that is
Absolutely.
what is our always we think ahead. Like
Mhm.
now they are in the sheltered workshop. So when they go for other employment outside, then they have to learn how to go by bus. So that's why we make them independent.
Okay, there's a question from Meena. I'm a special parent doing free online vocational activities. Will it be possible to guide and help in this initiative?
Like what type of like?
Meena, if you could unmute it.
Yeah. What are the kind of activities? What is
Yeah.
happening?
Hello?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah, I'm Meena. I put this question as right now I'm doing some free online classes for some special children. I'm in Mangalore. Like we don't have centers for adult children for vocational training. I have a 23-year-old son. I found that difficulty, so I started myself along with some parents. We are like, doing some paper bags, envelopes, and some craft art from waste materials. But we all are mothers, and we are trying to see and do ourselves and teach. We're doing some baking, etc. And like I would like to know, like you must be all having all professionals and all these things. Could you give us some guidelines to how to go about or how to teach, or any other help from your side? Will it be possible?
Yeah, we can definitely talk about what is possible. Okay, like I started off with, we do not look at products because selling them is the main difficulty. So how we went about finding places where we get orders and we give it back to them, so that we become a kind of a workshop. That kind of discussion we can have later, definitely. Please get in touch.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Or maybe we parents could attend some workshop with you.
Yeah, we will plan that. We can.
Thank you. Can I contact you later?
Yes, please. Yes.
Thank you so
definitely.
much. Thanks a lot.
So some of the questions I see in the chat box, no, we are not anywhere else, only in Bangalore, only in Vijayanagar. Now that we've tied up with the factory,
Mr. Brian. He's writing that he's in Mumbai and how can he contribute to this wonderful cause?
yes. If there is anything related to, finding out more about government grants and schemes and things like that, if some research is possible, we will get in touch via Mitra, of course.
Before we move further, I will add on as a parent. My son is presently going to Nitya Sadhana.
Arpita, just have your headphones close.
Is it okay now? Is it
Yeah,
okay?
we're losing you.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. So I would like to add on. I am a parent. My son is going to Nitya Sadhana. It's been 6-7 months now. And yes, I'm a happy parent. Because the environment they create is just right for the, before they start the work. Like initially he was not very happy. We don't share lunch, nobody talks. So we had to counsel him, this is the first stepping stone when you're going to start working. So there you'll not have fixed time for lunch. Nobody will share. Nobody will say you're wearing a lovely dress or something like that. It was initially difficult, but now he has set into the pattern. So it's the work environment which they create is wonderful. I mean, no extra talks, nothing. I mean, my son loves talking. So it was difficult for him initially, but now he's, understood that, I can't talk extra. And there I go and they mean work. I have to work and come back. So there was a time he told, I'm not liking it. Then, as a parent, I had to counsel him that work like is going to be even more difficult. This is just the beginning. And if you have big dreams, you want to buy this, buy that. So, but now he's very well settled and I'm very happy with it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Arpita. Yeah, so many of the parents ask, don't you have art? Don't you have music and, other things where they can have fun and things like that? But we say, no, we don't want the focus to go away from work. If you are going to have a job, none of those things will be there. And it is also strange. I don't know. I agree with somebody else who was talking in one of the sessions and said, only for special people, why is it called therapy? Why should it be art therapy and music therapy and so on? If they are interested, they go to art class, they go to music class. Okay. We do have sessions where they share their hobbies and what they do, what they like. We have what is called group discussion, and they have to take turns to speak and things like in any other office. We do have a sports day once in a year, okay, for which they have to practice and things like that. But the main focus is work, yes. So they have to understand the discipline of coming on time, having targets, okay, reaching those targets. We do have, where they have to understand quality and they are rewarded. One person gets best for team member of the month. They get an award for having all these qualities, being on time, speaking to the quality, okay, having discipline of not talking, going for breaks only when required. So they just fit into it very, very nicely. Initially, they may find it difficult, but yes, they have to be organized.
Yeah.
Hello,
I have one
ma'am.
more question,
Excuse
I
me.
think. Yeah. Yes.
Can I share with my childish experience?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Hello,
Yeah, please go ahead.
ma'am. My name is Subhagini Sahu from Odisha, Bhubaneswar. I have a Down syndrome with MR with Down syndrome child. Okay, can hear
Yes,
you? My child name is Rasmira Sahu. She is 37 years old. Okay, she continue her work, groups share home, group working. She skill training has herbal sabun, phenyl, paper bags, block printing, candle making, insect sticks. Or mainly she has done she is a classical dancer, Odissi dancer. Okay, she got the president award. Or now she can all type of dance, modern, folk, और everything is वो जो listening जो गाना आता है वो सब कुछ कोरियोग्राफ करते हैं, शी इज कोरियोग्राफर. और ये शी गिव्स ट्रेनिंग सम स्मॉल स्टूडेंट्स सरस्वती विद्या मंदिर. और शी हैज डन वेरी dance with small kids. Okay, our vocational center, our parents session has Bhubaneswar mein our parents action group. Also she gave training. She choreographer, she can choreographer at annual function. और कभी कभी डांस क्लास में भी कर लेती है, कुछ गाना भी कर लेती है. इसलिए लेकिन जॉब वो कहाँ, वो तो लेकिन माने एजुकेशन इज नॉट दैट एज ना माने शी कैन नॉट गॉट सर्टिफिकेट. लेकिन संगीत
What is your question, ma'am?
क्वेश्चन शी माने एजुकेशन एकेडमिकल लाइन नहीं है उसके पास. ओके, लेकिन डांस ये किया है, डांस 5th ईयर क्लासिकल में जब एग्जामिन होता था वो प्रैक्टिकल करती थी, लेकिन रिटर्न में मैं हेल्प करती थी, मेरी मदर. लेकिन एकेडमिकल लाइन में जो स्पेशल स्कूल में सर्टिफिकेट कुछ नहीं देते हैं, क्योंकि वो नर्सरी, प्री नर्सरी, वोकेशनल, प्री वोकेशनल, प्रोफाउंड ऐसे ही आता है. अभी भी स्पेशल जो स्कूल में सर्टिफिकेट नहीं देते हैं. क्यों, ये भी हमारा सवाल उठाते हैं, क्यों ऐसे करते हैं स्पेशल स्कूल में. और मेरी बेटी कहाँ जॉब मिलेगा, जो जब तक सर्टिफिकेट नहीं है वो क्या जॉब कर सकती है जो कॉर्पोरेट सोसाइटी में.
Thank you for your question, ma'am. We'll answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have tied up with Vocational Rehabilitation Center, which is a government organization, and we realized that a certificate is required. So our trainees do get certificate in electronics, in office assistant, and in being a special educator aide. Okay, that certificate is given. Yes, but it is always not essential to have a certificate. What we do is we try to contact as many other parents, other organizations who have interest in helping our children. And we did try. There are so many dance competitions and things like that. One of our Down syndrome boys could have been a dance instructor. Okay, and he was also good in swimming, so the mother chose swimming, right? But we had a link where he could have got a job as an assistant dance instructor in the team for the competitions. So many competitions go on TV. So he would have been a part of that TV program. So we are constantly having our thinking caps on where we can place each student. Possible, definitely possible. Certificate, not essential.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Regarding the job training, I think it's been answered. Like in Pune, somebody is in Pune and they want to know that how to get trained as a job coach.
Yeah, we are thinking of doing it online. Okay, once it's done, we will definitely put out the word that online sessions will be conducted. Yeah. We are in the process of getting certification for that. We are talking to different ministries so that this course needs to be certified. Somebody has asked how long is the duration. Minimum is 1 year. The trainees pick up the skills of electronics or whatever else very quickly. But like most parents already know, getting them to have the factory culture, the whole process of being ready to get a job and be in the mainstream takes longer. So 1 year minimum, and for some of the trainees it takes longer, 2 years maybe.
And what is the assessment process? Like, how do you take a child when they come to you? On what basis, or on what basis do you reject?
We try not to reject. We always refer to other organizations. Now that there is a very nice network, Disability NGOs Alliance, we have a network. We have quite a few people whom we know, and we know in which areas they are, each other NGO is training. So we refer to other NGOs if we think they may not be able to fit into the scheme of Nitya Sadhana. It's the parents also who we have a lot of discussion, and you know, we don't have a specific IQ range or academic requirement or anything, but it depends on what the parent wants also. And of course, we talk to the trainee a lot, what they want to do, what they have in mind. I think by the time they're 17, 18, they have an idea. It may be totally, out of the range of the child, but we try to match in some way or the other. Most of them these days says, I want to do something with computer. But it is not possible to get everybody jobs in that area. But electronics, of course, we find is very interesting to most of them. Many of them like to be teachers, assistant teachers. They are very good at training others. So we keep looking at new areas also.
So can you please share few example of placement, like where all you have placed?
Yeah, Hema, go ahead.
We have done it in different industries here itself. I think one is EMS Micron. We have it in our website. And office assistant also we have placed in different offices. Schools we have placed them. And of course, Texar Power Solutions have taken few. And then there is, not getting the names right now. I think EMS Micron and someone in, I think Kanakpura also, Nobina. I've forgotten the names of those organizations. We have it in our website. Schools, of course, I think that was in Banaswadi School.
Indian Academy Degree College in the front office, ESM Software in the front office.
Yeah.
Okay, and in Chiguru School in the front office.
Yeah.
Okay, and in Nachiketa as an assistant teacher, in Sambhav Foundation as an assistant teacher. Okay, Canadian School, preschool as an assistant teacher. So there are quite a few, and of course electronics in at least 5 or 6 companies.
Is it restricted only to Bangalore or other cities, nearby cities?
If the parents are willing, then we will send.
Yeah.
The training is in Bangalore, so parents are in Bangalore, families are in Bangalore. So now in Mysore, about 4 of them have gone.
Yeah.
So Texas.
Ma'am, I have a question. I would just like to come in here. So from the time you take a young adult in and they begin the training process, and they're completely trained and they're ready to be placed, and the company comes and takes them in. How has their life changed, ma'am? Could you just talk a bit about as an individual from the time they come into your center for training till the time that they're placed? How has their journey been? Do you see a lot of difference in them, in their independent, in their personality, or in them leading an independent life?
Emma, you can talk about Kiran, I think.
Yeah, that's what. Their confidence has improved really well, and they started staying in PGs away from their home. So I hear that their parents, they tell that they don't give a call at all, much call, like once a week they may call. So they're so busy in their work and with their friends. They've been mainstream so well in the society. So they plan, they go out for treks, they go out on bikes, they have a bike, so they go around, and they have also joined some sports events, and they go to all the things happening. They look at what's the thing happening at Mysore. So what interests them, they go for the music shows. So whenever I speak to them, they are not at all there in town on Saturdays. They say we go out, we have gone out in the bike for a trekking, we have gone here, we have gone there. So they're really having fun because now they have the money with them, right? So whatever they're earning, they have it. So they're so confident and they only plan. So our employees, they were saying they're so smart that they started going out and they're enjoying life. So their confidence level has really built a lot. And that is what the parents wanted. They said that they are not even calling us now because they become so independent. That's what I feel as a parent we all need, right? By the end of the day, if we feel that they are independent, I don't think more than that, whatever we think is there. And another boy is already planning to get married. So he's visited a marriage counselor soon. Then he recently took a photo shoot. He was looking so handsome. So he said, I'm ready. And I asked him, what are the things? So he said, no, 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 I will definitely work. So like that way, in each step, they are moving ahead. It's very nice to see them being confident, and that's important for us. We want them to be mainstreamed and live as any other adult is living at their age. Yeah, that's what is our dream.
Yeah, if I might add, yeah, in the family also, we have seen that, when we started the club where we wanted to train them in independent living, we went to different places where persons with special needs are staying, okay, residential places. Many of those places, they are not doing anything. So the attitude is, if they have a place to stay and if they are being fed and looked after well, what is the problem? That's all they want. Many of them say we compare them to God and things like that. Such kind of sentimental things, somehow both Hema and I are not very much for. And we say, if they have a regular job, if they are taking care of their routine and things like that, during the sibling support group, they said, oh, we are most willing to, be with them. They can stay with us, even though we have, many of our siblings are married. They said, fine, they can stay with us as long as they have their routine and they are not like, vegetating. So that's what makes it important, that they should also feel that they're contributing in some way and not just being there. And one place where we went, so there was a man close to 70 with special needs. And he's like, my sister has left me here and said she will come back and pick me up soon. And when we asked the organizer since when he's here, she said like 20 years. I mean, that man, imagine having only that aim that my, sister will come and pick me up in 20 years. So such kind of thing, so that it doesn't happen, many of the siblings also feel that as long as they can take care of themselves and their daily routine, they're absolutely fine with having them with the family.
What we feel is in our center, we need to treat them in the same age as others are. Now, if my daughter is 34 years, I have to treat her like a 34-year-old woman. She may have few whatever weakness, but then we shouldn't be treating her like a kid. And that's what even my younger daughter says. As Beena said, they want them to work so that then they will definitely take care. But if you expect them that, okay, you go and bring this, you bring that, because our children know how to take all of us for a ride very well. If anything is provided, they will be sitting there itself. That should not be there. We should make them a part of the family. Then the siblings will definitely will take care. Before we move on, I think we should do that. That is our responsibility as a parent.
Anybody? Any other questions?
There's one question that says, do they need extended support even after being placed?
Yeah. So, we do hand holding actually. Even after they are placed, we do hand holding, like till the employer says, no, the they are fine and they don't need our help. Till then, we sometimes give calls or they give a call when there's a problem. So we try to go there and find out what exactly it is and all those things.
Do
So
you
now,
sensitize the place when we're placing them? Do you sensitize? And if yes, how?
yes, yes, we sensitize the employer and the employees there. So we give them the strengths and weakness of the trainee, whomever we send. We first give them what do they know, what do they not know, and what are their weakness when they get angry, how they have to be treated. Everything we go and sensitize the employees there and the employer, of course. So after we sensitize, they keep going. Then we also tell the parents to be in touch with the employer or the employees, most of the parents, because they, while going and bringing them or once a week, just talk to the co-employee, find out what their behavior is, if they have anything, or were they given work, or are they treated badly. All those things we tell the parents also to do a little homework, because we can't keep going once we place them, right? We'll have work here. So, but we do phone calls. When we get a phone call, we find out, then we tell the parent this phone call has come. So you better go and please go and find out what has happened. We do that hand holding till the, and that's the reason now Beena has written this book called Be a Job Coach, which will help those trainees who are there to be, to sustain themselves. Because if there's a job coach there, they'll exactly come to know what is the problem that they have and how they can solve it and all this. So we do hand holding. It helps. And
What I
sometimes
loved was the exit plan. I mean, very few institutes have the exit plan. You know, they keep and they keep as long as they, they can or they can't find. So in Nitya Sadhana, what I see that when they take, they have an exit plan. Okay, this many years or this particular area we'll train and then we'll place them.
yeah.
So which is very wonderful and beautiful, and I've not seen that.
We actually feel sad when a trainer for a long time, for more than 2 years, is with us. We feel really what to do, and we start thinking of some other plan. We feel that within 1 year or 2 years, at least they must have some stipend here, or they must be in the mainstream. Simply, if they're coming and going and not being productive, then we start talking to the parents and say, what next, what, how best you can help your child, or come out with some ideas like that. We don't want them to remain in the sheltered workshop for long, the ones who are really able to do.
And ma'am, I mean, I guess it all comes back to awareness. Um, in a workplace, I think it's rather more important for the employees to be aware of how of the interaction that they need to have with someone with special needs, rather than the other way. So when somebody gets placed, how do they handle I'm just giving an example of bullying or people not being able to, people who are not sensitive enough. I mean, because it is a rough world out there. And um, so do you also help them to prepare themselves to the world outside? Um, how do you go about that, ma'am?
Yeah, you want me to take that?
Yeah, take it, Bini.
Yeah, we have a lot of sessions on self-advocacy. Okay, so some of the children are vocal and they come and tell us. Like when I was coming in the bus, somebody called me mental. Okay, and they asked me, why aren't you going to college? What is Nitya Sadhana? What is the meaning of special school? Okay, or some of the girls also, when they have started working, they have been asked, what about marriage? Do you know what is love? What is marriage? Things like that. So we talk about all these freely in the group discussion. Everybody talks about what they think, how they should handle it. Okay, and when they get teased, we tell them how to go back and handle it. So in the bus pass itself, specifies them as PH, which means physically handicapped. So one bus conductor told one guy, get down, you look absolutely fit. Why do you have this bus pass? So we all parents got together and wrote to the bus depot saying that please have a legend at the back and say MR. What is MR meaning? What is PH? Things like that. So he was smart enough to write down the number of the bus and the route number. So we quoted all that, and the Commissioner of Disabilities wrote a letter saying that they are getting harassed in the bus. So every time we tell them that you are not going to have it easy, and you have to be able to handle it yourself. So they have become pretty bold. They know how to answer. They know how to get their way around. So definitely it depends on the parents also, like how much they are willing to allow the children to manage stress points on their own.
Madam, I have a question. This is Kiran here.
Yeah.
Is there a plan or a support if this needs to be extended in other cities, other places also where this is not available currently? If one of us are taking a leadership lead and then form a small group and everything, if you want to start, what kind of support or what kind of process that we need?
Definitely.
Yeah.
We will tell you how we went about so that you can get your idea. It will not
Okay.
be in electronics and it will not be with Texas. Okay, so you have to find people who are willing to assist, like Mr. Natraj of Texas.
Okay. Okay.
Our
And
plan
and
was first to search for a job, what to do, and then we decided to start.
Yes,
Because we didn't, as Dina said, we didn't want to do any sort of sales or anything because you know how difficult it is. Just because of sympathy, they'll take 110 cards and next again we have to keep going. That's what Beena and me thought we will do something where the job is already there and we will train them with the job. That's how we did even for paperbacks. One person was they were ready to buy from Chaitanya Trust in Malleshwaram. So after that we took the order. The same way our factory people, we learned, me and Beena learned there and then we taught our children. So we have a work already and then we are doing it. So that model will help. Otherwise, simply doing it in a vague way, what to do, and then you don't have any orders, you just go in, that becomes frustrating later. So, sir, you first find out what are the availability is there, whichever place you're staying and what the best your children can do. And then we'll definitely help out in any plan.
okay, thank you very much, ma'am. And you also mentioned that apart from these areas that they can train, that there are other areas also. Can you share more details about is there in the book or how do we get more information?
it is in the book.
The book.
Okay, sure.
And
Thank
what
you.
are the skills required also is there in the book. So it's a very useful book. So please purchase it.
You can share the name of the book again with the parents, or you write in the chat box once again, please.
No, this is there. I have the book with me. It's Be a Job Coach.
Yeah, I went ahead and ordered already. Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you very much.
Thank you.
That's what I was telling Dina when my daughter was around some maybe 7, 8, or if I had this book, it would have been a perfect guide for me. Like, what are the skills? She has written it very beautifully when they have auditory, what are the things we can do, visual, what they can do, kinesthetic. So those were the areas which I was looking, what I can do, what best, because they can fix things for me. So now this book is a very good guide for all the parents. In fact, I keep reading it often. And you won't believe me, my daughter herself read this book yesterday. She has completed 34 pages. How much she understood, I don't know. So she said, what is this? I said, why don't you read and tell me what is written? So she told me it is about ID. What is ID? She asked. I told her. So she said, okay, I will read it. And she's kept the book and she's reading it. So it's a very nice book. Sometimes, we as parents forget what we are doing. We become more emotional. And in that, she has written very well that discipline is very important, which I found very exactly what we need. If you don't discipline the child and say that this is your thing and allow it allow them to be as they are even when they're 20 years, and then we think of some vocation. That's not possible. Today, I must tell you, the Siddharth also was acting. I said, no, you are not doing it. What I say, you have to do. That's all. No more questions. So nicely understood, he went and sat there. I said, I have no time for many of your questions. Later at 3:30, if you want, you ask me. Now you have given your work, you just have to sit quiet and do it. So, that discipline, actually Beena is the main person to do discipline in our center. I've learned it through the time.
নাইলে কি করে অফিস আর ক্লাস যাবি, সবাই অফিস চলে যাচ্ছে।
Sorry about that.
Well, ma'am, that's why your center is Nitya Sadhana.
Yeah, that's right.
Every day we do
It's
sadhana.
in every sense.
Ma'am, if any parents have any doubts or any queries, can they write to you? Is there an email ID in your website or your contact? They can, is it?
Yeah, we will answer.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Beena ma'am. Thank you, Hema ma'am,
Thank you, ma'am.
taking out time for us.
I would like to meet even the doctor, this one, Madhuri. I'll come to meet.
Yes. I've already written to her, ma'am. That definitely is going to happen.
Please do visit our center, all of you who are in Bangalore. Anybody else who is visiting also, please drop in anytime. We are now slowly starting back our program from Feb 1st. More and more trainees are coming. So again, the discipline of using sanitizer, mask, taking turns for lunch, all those things also, they are following very well.
Yeah.
They're doing a great job.
Thank you so
ma'am.
much, ma'am,
Such a
for an
great
interesting
cause.
session. I'm sure it was an eye-opener for the parents and lots of insight about Nitya Sadhana. And there were many takeaways for the parents. You both are really doing an amazing job. Thank you once again, Mrs. Hema and Mrs. Beena, and all the parents for attending the session. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Rupa, so if our parents ask for any extracurricular activities, we'll guide them to you.
Yeah.
So whenever they want any picnic or any get together, things, whatever, we'll guide them.
We also have
We would
socials,
be
ma'am.
very happy
for
to
the
have them, ma'am.
youngsters.
We would be very happy to have them.
Yeah, because with us, it's always only work. We don't talk to them about anything else.
We would love for a collaboration to happen, and it'll definitely happen.
Ma'am, maybe you
for
should
sure.
join our Mitra for Life group, WhatsApp group, so you will get all the details what's happening in the group. So
Yeah, I think we'll suggest it to our parents. It's open to all parents, right?
Yes.
yeah,
So we'll suggest it to our parents also.
sure. Thank you, ma'am.
Arpita can take the lead.
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Thank you
much,
so
ma'am.
much.
Both of you.
Thank
It
you,
was
Suchan.
very, very enlightening session. And yes, thank you, parents, for joining us today. And we'll see you all next week. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.